Transport for London Commissioner Andy Byford exposed a big flaw in Sadiq Khan's strategy to enforce mask wearing on the London Underground. Sadiq Khan asked Transport for London (TfL) to enforce the use of mask wearing on buses and trains as a condition of carriage, even after legal restrictions have been lifted on July 19. The London mayor said he was not prepared to put tube, tram, and other transport users in the capital at risk by removing the rules on face coverings after so-called Freedom Day. But Mr. Byford explained that the conditions are not supported by fines. Speaking to LBC, Mr. Byford said, "At the end of the day we try to be customer-led, and what our customers said when the rules changed on Freedom Day, in order to keep riding on the tube they want to have confidence that it's a safe controlled environment. We heard loud and clear that most people want to see face masks kept. For now we're using conditions of carriage, but it has one big flaw: it is not backed by fines and the police can't intervene." The mayor's right to look at options. "Right now we've got a conformance rate of around 85 to 90%. LBC host Nick Ferrari interjected, "Seriously? If I walked down to Charing Cross, what was it in your tube car this morning?" Mr. Byford continued, "I would say it was around 75%. Now of course you don't know if people have exemptions and may or may not be wearing a badge, but we do have 400 offices out there who are encouraging people to wear masks. Under the terms of use, enforcement officers would be able to deny access or eject passengers found to be non-compliant while using the transport network." The request comes after the Prime Minister announced on Monday that most of England's legal COVID-19 restrictions, including compulsory mask wearing in many indoor public settings, will end next week as part of the final stage of his roadmap out of the coronavirus lockdown, while Boris Johnson has urged people to exercise personal responsibility in continuing to wear masks in crowded and enclosed spaces. His City Hall successor has called for TfL to go further by continuing to mandate their use. The requirement would mean passengers on all TfL services, which includes the tube, bus, tram, Docklands Light Railway, DLR, Overground, and TfL Rail, would need to continue to wear a face covering in stations and for the duration of their journey unless they are exempt. Mr. Khan has also asked TfL to put measures in place to help ensure the continued use of masks in taxis and private hire vehicles by both drivers and passengers unless they are exempt. "I've repeatedly made clear that the simplest and safest option would have been for the government to retain the national requirement for face coverings on public transport," Mr. Khan said.